Okay, hello guys, welcome to part 1 of project 2 demo. So, we are going to start, I'm going to start with the supplies that we'll need for this project. So we'll need one sheet of your 11 by 14 paper, just like this, one sheet. We will need a ruler or if you a protractor. I'm using a protractor because I don't have a ruler, but a ruler. You will need your lemon yellow gouache, your ultramarine blue gouache, and your carmine gouache, so blue, yellow, and red. We'll also need white gouache and your black gouache, as well as your little compass thingy and a pencil and a dish to put your paint in and a cup of water. Okay, to start off with this project, what we're going to do is take a sheet of our paper out of our pad, and then we are going to, now I've already got it here for you, but I'm gonna go through each step to show you how I got to where I'm at right now. But basically what we're gonna do is take our ruler, put it at the top of our thing, and measure 3 inches down and make a mark. So that would be right here. And I'm gonna do the same thing from the bottom. Make a mark 3 inches from the bottom. So right here. And I'm gonna do 2 inches from each side here, 2 inches here, and 2 inches over here. And then we have a mark. So we got 3 inches from the top and bottom, 2 inches from each side. Then what we're gonna do is measure 4 inches, measure the length in between your 2 sides here and measure to 4 inches, and then you're gonna make a mark in the middle. After you do that, you're gonna take your compass thingy, and the way to open this is you use this little dial in the middle, and you can make it go wider and you can make it go smaller like this, just by spinning the dial in different directions. You can make it go wider and smaller. And on one side we have a little point that will go on your paper, and the other side is graphite, it's a pencil that will make the mark on your paper. So what you're gonna do is open this up as wide as you need it to get to the edge of where the 2 inch mark was, and so that it also meets up with your 4 inch mark in the middle. So we'll get it so that it matches up perfectly, just like that, so that the point, the metal point, is in the middle. The graphite point is at the 2 inch mark at the side. And then you're gonna draw a circle all the way around, being careful not to lift the thing up. I am not gonna actually draw the circle because I already have mine, but then it'll look like one large circle. After that, what you're gonna do is draw a line right down the middle of your circle, right down the middle, and draw a line right down the middle horizontally, so that you've cut your circle now into 4 pieces. Once you've done that, you're going to take your ruler and you're gonna measure, you're gonna put it up against this, where the straight line through your circle meets the circle, and you're gonna measure 1.5 inches to here, and then you're gonna measure 1.5 inches to here, and you're gonna do that on both sides of the top of the circle. Once you do that, you can draw the lines in. So what you're gonna do is take that 1.5 inch mark, you're gonna use your protractor or your thing and connect the line so that we get to the center, and then you're gonna do it with this one as well, connect the line so you get to the center, and the same on this side. And then you'll have your top half of your circle split into 6 sections. Then what you can do is just elongate the lines and connect them to the bottom of your circle, so that when you're done, you'll have 12 sections in your 12 triangles, like pieces of a pie. After that, you're gonna take your ruler again, put it on the middle horizontal line, and measure 3/4 of an inch marks, 3 of them, till you run out of room. So there'll be 3 marks, 4 spaces. After that, you're gonna take your compass tool again, and you're gonna bring it in a little bit and adjust it to where you need it. And you're gonna put the metal point in the center again, and the pencil point at the first 3/4 of an inch mark. And you're gonna draw a circle all the way around. Then you're gonna do it with the second 3/4 of an inch mark. Move your thing in, adjust it, draw a circle, and then you're gonna do it with the last 3/4 of an inch mark. All the way, move it all the way in until you get it to where you need it to be. And you're gonna draw another small circle. So when you're done, it should look like this. And this will give you a nice outline of how you're going to start painting. So once you get here, this will be when you can start painting. But what I would suggest you do, just at the beginning, so that you know where every color is gonna go, I would write red, red, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, green, 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 blue, 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 purple, purple, and blue, blue, purple, yeah, green, green, blue, 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 purple, 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 red, and then after that, so just fill in all your spaces, just like that, with all the colors. Now I just need to double check it in our textbook to make sure that this is exactly what it needs to be. Blue, blue, purple, 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 red. Why am I missing? Why am I extra? Is there an extra? Give me a second, guys. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's right. I'm missing one though. Oh, and this is gonna be red, purple. There we go, just like that. So now you have all your colors nice and laid out for you. So what we're gonna start with is taking our red paint, red gouache, and we're going to dot a little bit on our tray. Sorry, my tray's all messy, guys, but you get the point. A little bit of red. And we're gonna fill in our primary red color. So I'm gonna use, again, like we did for the last project, I'm gonna use a small flat square brush, just like this one. And I'm gonna dip right into the red. And dip a little bit into our water, which I'm gonna move over here so you can see. And then I'm gonna fill in this red square right here. techniques that we used for our gradient scale. Push the brush all the way up to the edge of the line. And this brush is has a little extra hair on it, so yours isn't gonna look quite that awful. We're gonna switch brushes so we get a cleaner line. And gonna get this a little better. Get a little neater. Just like that. And you're gonna continue to fill it in. Nice and neat. Going right up to the lines. Nice straight lines. And slowly filling in the whole box. And then we'll get the whole box filled in. And once you do that, we'll wash off our brush. Now mine's a little messy because these hairs on my brush are a little messed up, but that's basically what it'll look like. Filled in your red. And then you're gonna wipe off your brush all the way. Get all the red off of it. And dab it on your paper towel, which I have over here. Just a regular paper towel. Dab it in the water on it. And then I'm gonna take our yellow and do the same exact thing that we did with the red. So dip brush into the water, get your yellow, and we're gonna put it in our yellow box, which is right over here. Just like this. And it helps to have a little bit of water on your brush because it makes the paint smoother and less clumpy, and you'll get an even application of paint. Yeah, you see how much better this box is because I use this brush and not the other one? Okay, so just like that, and then you'll get your yellow. Then what we're gonna do, wipe off that yellow. And we're gonna put in our blue. And this will be our primary colors then. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue on our tray. I'll show you what this looks like. Just like this, red, yellow, blue. Dip your brush into the blue paint. Dip your brush into the water. And go right into your blue box. And again, we want to have nice, solid colored boxes here. So if you notice it's getting a little translucent, add a little bit more paint and you'll get a nice, solid application. You can go both ways, sideways and horizontal to get everything smoothed out. And go right in here, just like this. Just be careful not to go over the lines too much. Got something like that. So now you have your primary colors, red, yellow, blue. After that, we're gonna work on our secondary colors, which will be orange, green, and purple. So, because we don't have orange, green, and purple, we have to mix them. So to do that, we're gonna take equal parts. We're gonna start with orange. We're gonna take equal parts of your red. I have it right here. Equal parts of red, equal parts of yellow, and mix it to get an orange. And then you want to make sure that this is really orange, not leaning more towards yellow or more towards red. You want to make sure that it's a solid orange color. So keep adding paint until you get to where it needs to be. And I would suggest maybe a little bit less red than yellow, even though I said equal parts, because it's going to be, the red is going to be a little more overpowering. So we want to make sure that we get a nice solid orange color. And this looks about correct. We got a nice orange color coming here. See? Orange. And that was with a little more yellow than red. So we get like a nice orange going on here. Make sure you mix it evenly so that you don't have any random streaks of red or yellow going on. And then I'm gonna take this orange color and we're gonna apply it right next to the yellow. Orange, just like this. Filling in, filling in, filling in. Taking a while. And we get to orange here. So just be careful to get nice clean lines when you're going up against that yellow. And you can rotate your paper like you did for the other one and sort of come in and get the corners so you get it nice and neat. Nice and even coat of paint. All right, so then we have our orange. We're gonna wash off our brush again. And this is something that you probably will need to replace your water a couple times because it's gonna get muddy and gross. And you wanna make sure that you're not transferring other colors into boxes that you don't want them in. So I would suggest cleaning your water pretty often. All right, so next we're gonna do green. So we have our blue, which is darker than the yellow. So right now I'm just taking a little bit more of the yellow paint and I'm putting it on the tray here, and I'll show you in just a second. Okay. So I have the blue that we already had, and then I just put a little bit more yellow on the tray. And I'm gonna take the blue, dab a little bit off to the side, just get a little bit on my brush basically. And then I'm gonna take a bunch of yellow and mix it in to get a nice green color. And this, you'll see it's starting to come, nice green color. Now it's a little bit yellow, so I'm just gonna add like a tiny, 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 tiny bit of blue, darken it up a little, really make it like a solid green so it doesn't lean either way. It's not too yellow, it's not too blue. You get a nice green. And you just mix until you get to where you feel satisfied with it being like a nice solid green color. So I would say that this is pretty darn close. We got this green color going on here, right there. Okay. And then the green is gonna go right here, right in the box in between. It's like halfway in between the yellow and the blue color. Because this one's gonna be yellow green, this one's gonna be blue green. So this will go right here. I just fill that in nicely. And the idea with this is just trying to mix colors that are as even as possible in terms of like color. They don't lean one way or the other. They're pretty solid green. They're not too yellow, they're not too green, like I said. And you just want a nice even application of paint. So we'll fill this in. And I can tell like mine's getting a little bit watery here. So I'll have to mix a little bit more paint just to fill that in, because you can see if you look up close, it's like a little slightly bit see-through there. So I'm just gonna make a tiny bit more green paint just to fix that up. There we go. And just add that in there, and then we get a nice green. Just like that. All right, and then we have green. And we're gonna do purple. Alrighty, so for that we need to mix red and blue equal parts. So I'm gonna take a little bit of our blue paint here, a little bit of our red paint on my brush, you can see, and then I'm gonna mix it over here and try to make a nice purple. So you can see, like on my first attempt, that's definitely way more red than it is blue. So we're gonna add a little more blue, try to get a nice purple. Because we want it to be purple. We don't want it to be red purple, we don't want it to be blue purple. We want it to be purple. And we're getting there. Still a little red. So, excuse my palette. All right, I would say that's pretty close to where we need to be. I would say that's purple. All right, so it looks kind of like that. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but we got a purple color going on here. So that's gonna go right here. Purple. And it is gonna be a dark purple because obviously, like, it's a very dark blue that we're working with. So you're gonna see it's like a nice rich plum purple, like a violet, basically. And you're gonna fill this in. And then once we get that filled in, I'll show you what's next. So get this filled in. Just like that. And don't worry if you make like a tiny mistake like I just did, it came over the edge a tiny bit. You'll fix that with the other color that you put in there. You'll make it nice and crisp. Okay, so now we have our primary colors, red, yellow, blue, and then we have our secondary colors, green, orange, and purple. After that, you're gonna mix what we call tertiary